The beginning of the end for the Putin regime could be the defeat of the Russian troops in the Kharkiv region. Analysts from the New York Times are sure about this. The armed forces of Ukraine have yet again busted the myth about the mighty Russian army, on which the image of the Kremlin dictator had been resting for decades.
Putin is going to lose that notorious popular legitimacy on which he has been relying for almost 20 years of his rule.
The first signs of that have already showed themselves. Municipal deputies from Moscow have asked Putin to resign. They say that he did not fulfill his election promises. Instead, he has rolled the development of Russia 20 years back.
The GDP doubling did not happen. The minimum wage did not rise to the declared numbers. Russia began to be hated and feared again.
Also, deputies from Putin's native city, St. Petersburg, want the State Duma to accuse the Kremlin dictator of treason.
We threaten the whole world with nuclear weapons again. Combat-ready units of the Russian army are being destroyed. Young, able citizens are dying and becoming disabled. The Russian economy is suffering. We believe that President Putin's decision to start the special military operation is detrimental to the security of Russia and its citizens. From a decision of the Municipal Council of the Municipality of Smolnitskoye.
Even Putin's long-lasting ally, Ramzan Kadyrov, the head of Chechnya, is dissatisfied with Putin's military failures. After the Ukrainian defenders had liberated Balaklia in the Kharkiv region, Kadyrov criticized the Ministry of Defense of Russia and even threatened to tell everything to Putin. At the same time, Kremlin continues to convince themselves and the population of Russia that there are no losses, and flight of the Russian occupiers from the Kharkiv region was a regrouping of troops. But the Bloomberg news agency believes that after such a humiliation, the Putin regime can repeat the history of the Soviet Union.
Military humiliation in Afghanistan contributed to the collapse of the Soviet Union, and Putin is well aware of this when faced with the changed circumstances of his military forces in Ukraine. From the note of the news agency Bloomberg.
But the complete collapse of the Putin regime is still far away, the experts believe, even despite the démarche of municipal deputies and the dissatisfaction of the once pro-Kremlin politics. After all, the real danger for Putin lies inside his own inner circle.
It is important to understand the essence of the Putin regime. It lies not only in the fact that Putin is the only and authoritarian ruler of the Russian Federation. In many ways, he is the avatar of that group of people who actually hold all the levels of power, and if to expect danger for Putin, it would be from his inner circle. This can be compared with the recent Russian history, when Khrushchev was forced to retire by Brezhnev.
For now, Putin's henchmen are waiting and trying to adapt to a life under the sanctions and the Iron Curtain, feeding Russians with propaganda videos about Russia's invincibility. It will become more difficult to contain people's discontent with the increased sanctions pressure and with the new defeats at the front line. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Ksenia Barvinenko, UATV News.